What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another board banter
with Way Brothers. Today we're talking about Dominion. That's a nice game, isn't it?
Today we're talking about our 3 worst action cards in just the base game.
3 most useless action cards.
We are not talking about all the expansions because...
Nope.
Goodness no.
Because I believe there's 8,075,000,000 of them.
Give or take. There are way too many. Not way too many.
No.
I have like 5 myself.
We love them.
Yes. But we're only doing the base game.
I just have the base game.
Yeah.
I have played with the others.
So, Cody.
Yes.
Let's dive right into this bad boy.
Yeah. How can I help you?
What is your third worst of all time in the base game?
Third most useless of all time in the base game, Dominion action cards.
Only action cards.
Only action cards. All right. I've got Feast. Please superimpose that image here so the people know what I'm talking about.
Feast?
Yeah, Feast. Look at this. Trash this card, gain a card costing up to 5. This is a one-time use action card that lets you get a card that costs 1 more than the action itself, that you wasted a whole action to use.
Who designed this card?
I mean...
Oh my goodness.
I get the sentiment. I get the idea. It's just... It's not helpful.
My feast exclamation was actually because I'm surprised it's not lower on your list.
Okay.
So we'll just postpone my number 3.
Yes, tell me about it.
Is Workshop.
Workshop.
Which is kind of similar to Feast. It says you gain a card costing up to 4 coin.
Okay.
Not a great card because... First of all, that's all that's on this card. There's no other added bonuses. There's no buys or not even +1 coin or anything like that. You do get a card for free, which is nice.
No buys.
And you don't have to trash this, which is nice.
It's also nice.
But it's only nice if there's actually cards that you want that are less than 4. And it's only really good if you have nothing else to spend your action on. This is the card that you're like, oh, this is in my hand and I have an extra action. I guess I'll do that.
Yeah.
And take a silver.
That is better than Feast.
So it's mediocre.
Okay.
It's mediocre.
Mediocre.
But to be fair, like we were kind of struggling. Like there's not that many bad cards. Like when we say the worst,
it was rough.
Yeah, I mean, most of these cards are pretty good.
How we started is we were going to do the five most useless cards, and Nate had 5, and I couldn't get past 3, so we just stopped. It's my fault.
Maybe it's because I've played with so many of the expansions that it's like, wow, this card's garbage.
Yeah,
but you have to look at it in just this game, so.
Yeah,
all right, what's your number 2?
My second is Chancellor, which gives you +2 coin, and then you may immediately put your deck into your discard pile. I'm sure there's a unique little strategy that's applicable in a very specific situation once every other February 29th in a year that begins with 20. But that doesn't happen very often, and all this gives you, it's a silver with a very conditional circumstance.
I think the more you play the game, the more you see the use for that card, and and with its added bonus, it also gives you 2 coin. Didn't make my top 3, but it was in my top 5, so it was probably my number 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not very good.
Okay, cool. What's your...
My number 2 is Woodcutter.
Woodcutter?
This card is terrible.
That's such a great base card,
First of all,
come on.
First of all, this costs 3, which is the same as what a silver costs.
Yep.
It also gives you the same thing a silver gives you, except it costs an action to play it.
But it gives
you one buy, which if I want to buy, I'm going to buy a card that's actually useful that gives me... I'm going to buy a festival or a council room or something that's actually worth the coin that I'm spending to get the card. That card is a piece of garbage, and the only reason it's not last is because Feast is last. Alright, go ahead.
No, superimpose that image here. Notice how thin the saw is and how wide the impression on the tree is for what they're cutting. Those woodcutters are doing
they're
really
terrible.
bad job.
A couple blind mice cutting down a tree, yeah. Alright.
Anyway.
What's your number 1? What is the worst card of all time in this Dominion base game?
Most useless for me. Chapel. Trash up to 4 cards from your hand. So if you have 5 cards in your hand, this being one of them, that just means you just don't have a hand and you're done.
This is what separates the wheat from the chaff, audience.
I know that you hate your coppers, son, but...
The fact that Cody thinks this is a bad card.
This is a card that is useful, like, the first round, and that's all.
I too, back when I was a novice Dominion player, thought this was the worst card of all time. And it took me I've played a lot of Dominion, and it took me an embarrassingly long time to realize how important it is to get rid of your estates and your copper as quickly as possible. That card is a lifesaver. I probably wouldn't want more than 1 in my hand, but that joke would have been awesome if that had landed in my hand while I said that. But
it
that's
didn't
actually
happen.
that's actually a really good card. Getting to trash 4 cards is amazing if you have 4 bad cards in your hand. Especially once you start getting like curses, and that's a good card and you're out of your mind.
Back me up, you guys who agree with me.
And my last
comment,
of course, is Feast, because you're wasting a turn buying this card just to get a card that costs 1 more coin than it, and then you lose this card and you get nothing else from it. Maybe if you got to gain a card and then play the card.
Yeah, on the same turn, that'd be helpful.
And maybe if it costs an extra coin to do that, so it costs 5. When you play you get to gain a 5 and play it for free, and you don't have to trash it. Maybe something like that. I don't know. But as it stands, this is like they were supposed to design like 24 different cards for this game, and they only designed 23. And then a week before the game came out, they were like, "Oh, it's supposed to have 24.
Let's put this one back." Yeah, Feast.
So yeah, this card's terrible. So
yeah.
Let us know what your worst 3 action cards in Dominion, just the base game Dominion, are. Let us know.
Do it. Comment.
If for some reason you have Chapel, if for some reason Chapel is in your list, unsubscribe immediately.
No, hey.
Send hate mail to Cody. So, thanks for watching. Check out more videos. We should have lots of board game soundtracks by this point. So, if you like really getting into the theme of gaming, we've got Scythe, Viticulture, Gloomhaven, Arkham Horror, Champions of Midgard, Terraforming Mars, Twilight Imperium.
Dominion, if you didn't say that, you might have.
We don't have Dominion yet. As of this date, we don't have it.
I posted it. It's on there.
Oh. Thanks for watching a Way Brothers video. Way, of course, standing for
Witches always entertain.
Watch, subscribe, like, share. Thank you.